Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. I hope everyone is having a good Friday, and I hope that your weekend is safe and filled with much excitement and fun. Uh, we're going to go over to OK Magazine, and it says, Sad last days. O.J. Simpson was terrified of dying. Accused murderer lived with heart stent after risky surgery. The former football star, who was acquitted of murdering his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman, in 1995, underwent a life saving surgery less than a year before dying from prostate cancer. Mm-mm. Simpson had a stent placed in his heart by doctors in the midst of the frightening, near fatal operation, sources spilled to RadarOnline.com back in July. Medical professionals decided to place the device in the Buffalo Bills alum's heart in an effort to keep his arteries clear in order for him to stay alive. At the time, Simpson reportedly told his friend, "My heart is giving out," according to the news outlet. Last year, the late NFL running back, former manager Norm Purdue, revealed the news publication that Simpson had been in and out of the hospital. The doctors want him to rest at home because there isn't much they can do for him, he explained. Nothing. Simpson's health has drastically started to decline. Now he can't even finish a round of golf. I don't even think his golfs I don't even think he golfs anymore because he can't even finish half a round of golf 2 months ago when I was talking to him, Purdue admitted. As his abilities became limited, Simpson started to feel more and more terrified of dying. A close friend of the athlete confessed to Radar Online in July of 2023. OJ's got it in his head that he's going to die from a massive heart attack, the pal dished. It's driving him crazy and adding even more stress to his troubled life. He believes he is dying in plain sight and the end is near. Details of Simpson's scary surgery resurfaced after news broke that the notorious celebrity had died after a brief cancer battle. On April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer. A statement shared by the 78-year-old's family revealed nothing. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asks that you please respect their wishes for privacy and grace, his loved ones concluded. Prior to his historical legal woes, Simpson was considered one of the greatest running backs of all time, which is true. But, you know, it's that thing that none of us can escape, um, regardless of who you are, you know, uh, sunset comes for everyone. I'll put it to you that way. Um, some people are terrified of it, and him rightfully so because some people believe. Well, I believe that karma comes around, whether the karma was big or small. The mere fact that he was terrified of dying, knowing that everyone eventually takes that road, has that scenario in their life. There is no push restart button for any of us. To know that he is terrified um, after what he was accused of doing, and a lot of people felt like, he was being railroaded. But then, he came out with a book, made some, comments that you was like, hey, I mean, Johnny Cochran literally won that legal battle. I don't think for me, uh, back then, I was still young when it was happening, but I do remember the day that, I was in the clinic actually, and, you know, they said, OJ Simpson found not guilty. The whole clinic erupted in this joyous, thing. And I'm pretty sure that was shared collectively everywhere. However, there were some people that were just like, but he did it though. So, I mean, it was kind of like, wow, I didn't have any reaction to it or anything like that. uh, I do remember my mother at the time telling me that, Johnny Cochran won him that legal battle. It wasn't nothing that he did, and to factor in all the other stuff that was going on with the gentleman and how he felt, and he was kind of sort of deemed as racist. I forgot his name. He was kind of sort of deemed as racist, and all of the things kind of worked in OJ's favor, because if you remember back then, we were coming off the cusp of Rodney King, you know what I'm saying, and that whole thing that went on, so hearts was still heavy for that situation that took place, and for OJ to get off. It was a vindication for a lot of people, but at the same time, what I've come to learn as I got older is that you don't necessarily look at a person because of their accolades and things of that nature. It's the content of their character, how they treated people, what was going on. I don't think that people should get a pass because they happen to be considered or was considered the greatest running back of all times. And then to just come out and say, what if you wouldn't even play like that for a person that, given, I would assume that, you loved and, you're married to this person and things of that nature, to make a callous, statement, write a book or joke about, what if I did do it? What if? The world will never know, not in this lifetime, because he was acquitted, and then there is no double jeopardy. You cannot try this man for you know any crimes that he has or has not committed after they acquitted him. But and then the civil lawsuit, which was really crazy to me, was like, oh, we don't want to send him to jail, but we'll charge him up over $100 million or whatever the case is, because we actually do think he did it, but it's evidence there to say that he did it, whether it be circumstantial or whatever, allegedly. And you know, we're gonna make him pay this money, but when we had the chance to convict him, he's OJ Simpson. We're not gonna put him in jail. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? If you felt like he did it and it was, evidence to support that at the time, um, why didn't you? Don't backpedal and pee pop and be like, oh, well, hey, what I'm saying? We didn't convict you in the trial, but we're gonna make you pay. Something that I'm assuming never did actually get to pay off the full amount or whatever the case is. But hey, sometimes karma slow rolls a bitch. Excuse my frankness, but yeah, man, rest in peace, OJ. You think your life is hard now. You know, it's a whole afterlife that you have to contend with now. It's different powers that be that you have to contend with now. So good luck, bruh. But on a side note, it's been a lot. Like, people did not waste time making jokes about it. I think Caitlyn Jenner, if I said that right, not Caitlyn, is her name Caitlyn? Jenner just simply tweeted on her Twitter like "good riddance," and I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, but it is what it is, you guys. You let me know how you feel about the passing of OJ. What was your thoughts and feelings when the verdict was read? Did you feel any type of way? Were you rooting for OJ to be set free merely because he was an athlete who happens to be a black man? Or, you know, do you feel that, regardless of his status and, anything else, he should have been convicted during the trial as opposed to being ordered to pay a large sum of money that nobody will ever probably see unless they divvy up his assets. But hey, that's going to be a battle within itself. Stay tuned. But let me know down in the comments. Come chop it up with me. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I hope that each and every one of you have an amazing, amazing weekend and be safe. And with that, you guys, I will get back with you in the next one.